Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Mathematical Literacy Grade 12. My name is Duduzile Kupeka, the teacher for the class, and on the front screen you can see my email address. This is for any queries relating to mathematical literacy. You are most welcome to contact me. Guys, please note, you are welcome to contact me even when you are back in school, ne? As long as you need help with mathematical literacy, we are with you till the very end, till you finish your exams. Then, yesterday, you will remember we had not finished with that one question that I gave you as homework. That is why at the end of this note here is saying we'll be finished with paper 1 and we'll also start with the paper 2. So we're finishing up yesterday's work and starting with paper 2 today. So that is the question we were dealing with yesterday. I need you then to answer now. Remember, we were supposed to answer together. So please start providing me with your answers. This was homework for everyone, and I really hope you had gone to do it, and because there was a lot of debate about this question yesterday. So if you did go and do it, please show me your answers. Oh, hello, Tobani. You are new. Okay, Tobani. Take my email address and then I will forward you some of the slides. Or you can go on YouTube and check out the previous lessons. This week we are covering the past paper for November 2018, paper 1 and paper 2. So we're doing the finance section of those two papers. But for you to be able to catch up with what we're doing today, you can access the videos or the presentations on our website, which I'll share after class. But you're also welcome to email me if you have any further queries, Netobani. Welcome. And then everyone else who was in class yesterday, did you do your homework? Okay, those who are in class right now, if you did, please do send through your answers. If not, hello, Limondre. You still back to that answer of yours. Hi, hand sanitizer. I haven't seen you in a very long time. Welcome back. For those who are not in class, you can go through yesterday's work online. If you can't find it online, let me know and I'll send you the presentation so you can get up to speed. But we are busy with November 2018 paper 1 and paper 2. But for now it's paper 1. We haven't started with paper 2. Okay, Limondre is still going with the 17.5 divided by 100 multiplied by 104 and 90. Now, why was I disagreeing with that method? It is because, let's see, Genesis is giving us the formula of calculating cost price. Now, let's look at that formula. Let me use the yellow color. The formula that Genesis is giving us is the one you all know. Cost price is equals to selling price minus profit. So that means we be just playing around with this formula. It means to determine your selling price, you would need what? You would need the cost price plus a certain portion called the profit, right? That would determine your selling price. What this also means in other terms is that you would have your cost price. You've already worked out the cost price. Remember when we used to work out the cost price? Those calculations that week when we worked out cost price, we have worked out the cost price, ne? That would be your cost price value. Then the profit would be what we call the markup. So suppose you are selling your things for what? Let's say, what are we selling? We're selling a steak, ne? But the cost, how much it cost you to make this steak was, let's say, example 50 rands. This has nothing to do with the question right now. We're just going through the principles of this. It costs you 50 rands to make the steak, and you want to make profit of 20 rands. So all the 50 rands will go towards all the costs that are related to making the steak. And then this 20 rands will go towards your profit. That's extra for you. That's extra income, right? And then the selling price now. Selling price would be 50 rands plus 20 rands is the 70 rands. Now, you guys tell me in the chat, how do we find the profit percentage? Give me the formula for finding profit percentage. When we want to know exactly what percent is this profit we are making, give me the formula for that. Okay, you are not giving it to me, so I'm assuming you do not know the formula. So should I go right ahead and give it to you? Okay, Limondre is giving it to us. And Genesis. Profit multiplied by 100 divided by cost price. Okay, so how we would write it would be this 20 rands, 20 over cost price, right? Over 50 rands. Multiply by 100, right? That would be how we work out the percentage. Genesis, no. That is not how. This percentage, no, that's not the formula I asked for, Genesis. I asked for the formula of working out the percentage profit. 20 divided by 50. 20 divided by 50 is 0.4. Multiplied by 100. It means you will be making 40% profit, right? If you are selling, if it costs you 50 rands to make this item and you make a profit of 20 rands, the percentage profit is 40%. This reason I'm showing you this step is because I want you to see that we determine the percentage profit from the cost price and not from the selling price. What makes up the selling price is the cost price plus the profit together. Then you will get the selling price, right? It means here we are getting 40% off the cost price. This 40% is 40% off the cost price and not 40% off the selling price. The selling price is the result of these two combined together. Why did I even bother explaining that? I want to go now and work out the answer since you guys are giving me the answers you gave me yesterday. This is one formula of one way of going about it. I'm going to show you, I think, about 3 different ways of doing it. Cost price would be equals to the 100 plus markup. This here in percentages. I want to write in percentages again. The 50 rands would be the 100%, right? Because that's how much it costs you, 100% of the costs. The 20 rands would be this one we just calculated, which is 40%, right? Cost price is 100%, profit is 40%. That means your selling price would be the 140%, where we are adding the cost price plus the profit. As the same way you would add the 50 rands plus the 20 rands to get the selling price of 70 rands. It means in percentage terms, cost price is the 100 rands, profit is the 100%, and profit is the 40%, and then selling price is the 140%. That would explain here where I wrote markup is interchangeable for profit. Ne? I hope you can see that. Let me write this clearly so that I don't cause confusion. Where I wrote markup, it means profit. I hope that is something you already knew. Where there's markup, there's profit. Now, one way of doing it is that 100 over 100 plus markup multiply by selling price. Then it's the 100 over 100 plus 17.5 multiplied by 104.90. Then it's 100 over 117.5 multiplied by 104.90. Then cost price is 89 rands 29 cents. Another way of doing this is saying cost price is equals to selling price divided by 100 plus the profit percent, which is the selling price of 104.90 divided by 100 plus 17.5%, which is 104.90 divided by 117.5%. Take note, this is a percent. It means you will have to calculate it further until it's a rand value, which is going to be 1.175. Then again, I will get 89 rands 28 cents. Please let me know if you're still with me, if you've lost or whatever. Please just keep up there. Let me know if I should slow down or go back to the previous slide. This is the second way you can do it. The third way is this one. Profit is what? It is the percentage profit divided by percentage profit plus 100, right? Multiply by selling price. I think this is how you were almost doing it, but not to the T. The percentage profit is 17.5 over 17.5 plus 100. That is how I got the 117.5. You multiply that by the selling price. Then your profit, the rand value of the profit here is 15 rands 62 cents. Selling price minus profit is equals to cost price. So it's going to be 104 rands 90 minus 15 rand 62, which is selling price minus profit. And then you get your cost price of 89 rands 28 cents. If you don't quite believe this, you can check it. If we've worked out that the cost price is 89 rands 28, remember the formula for calculating the profit percentage, right? So we can take it again. It's the profit divided by cost price, because the profit is worked out from the cost price. Multiply by 100. Then how are we doing it? It's the profit which we've worked out to be 15 rand 62 cents divided by cost price of 89 rand 28 that we've just worked out. This is us now checking if our calculations are correct. Multiply by 100. And then you will find that 15 rand 62, I'm also doing the calculation on my side, 15 rand 62 divided by 89 rands 28 cents. Multiply by 100, it is going to be 17.495. That's what I'm going to write the 49551 ... And if I round that off, it will be 17.5%, which is the given percentage profit here. Are you still with me, guys? Okay, so I hope you wrote this down and you'll be able to work out with these different formulas, né? Because like I just explained, I wanted you to understand why we are using these formulas the way they are, né? We started it from the very beginning of how we get the percentage. We get the percentage from the cost price, not from the selling price. And you understand why, right? Because it is the cost price plus the profit that would give you the selling price. So the percentage is worked out from this cost price. Hand sanitizer wants me to explain the first slide, so I'll quickly go to that. This is the first slide, ne? Okay, hand sanitizer and everyone. I started by explaining this part here, where you calculate. This is an example. This example here that I've written in yellow is not relating to the one we are working with in 2.2.5. This is a separate example I used for your understanding. Ne? Or I can change it and use the numbers we are working with if it will make more sense to you. But anyway, I've got example, a cost price of 50 rands. It cost you, let's example, you're selling muffins. To make the muffins, remember when we did that lesson again, when we did the lesson of cost price and selling prices, we also did fixed costs, and variable costs, production costs. Remember when we learned all of those? If you don't remember, go back to my previous videos or send me an email so I'll forward you the presentation. When we did that, we were working towards calculating the cost price where you incorporate all your fixed costs. Your fixed costs will be your rent, would be the salaries of the people you are working with, would be, all of those fixed costs that don't change. Whether or not you will sell the product, those fixed costs don't change. And they are not dependent on how many products you sell. They are just there. They remain fixed. For example, if you're renting a place where your business is situated, you will pay that rent whether or not your business was good that month or it was bad. You have to pay salaries regardless of whether things were good or bad. And I made examples of how people are suffering right now during lockdown because fixed costs are still there, but most of them are not getting any income because they are not working. So imagine you're a business owner and you have to pay people salaries, but people are at home, not working. You still have to pay rent, but you're not even generating any income for that business. So all of those costs go towards the cost price. Other than fixed costs, there are production costs. Production costs then vary depending on the production. If you're selling muffins, it will probably cost you 100 rands if you're going to sell 1,000 muffins, and it would probably cost you 50 rands if you're going to sell 50 muffins. Ne? So the production costs depend on exactly the product, the number of units you'll be selling of that particular product. So both the production costs and the fixed costs, combine them together and they go towards the cost price. Now we've worked out the cost price. That is why it is very important that whatever business you're in and whatever you're selling, you at least make the same, the amount you get in, or what do I call it, the income you generate for the business is able to cover your costs. If you are in this business and your cost price is 50 rands, your income that you generate through selling those products or that service, you should at least get 50 plus 50 rands. And if your cost is 50 rands and you are getting an income of 50 rands, then you are at break even. That's where break even analysis comes in, where your income is equals to your expenses. So that is the point where if your cost price is 50 rands and your income that you are generating for the business is 50 rands, then you are at break-even analysis because they are equal. You are not running at a loss, and you are also not making any profit. That's why then it is important to determine a profit value which is going to be above the cost price, because this 50 rands is going towards covering all the costs of the business like I mentioned. And then the profit is then the fruits that you enjoy for just running that business. So if you're going to have a profit of 20 rand, so suppose you sell one packet of muffins, one packet costs you 50 rands, and when you sell that one packet for 70 rands, the 50 rand will cover all the costs, and then the 20 rands is just the profit you get from that. That is why I said which will calculate the percentage profit from the cost price. Here is the calculation where it's 20 rands over 50 rands multiplied by 100 rands, which is the profit over cost price multiplied by 100. Then it's 40%. That means the profit you are making from selling one bucket of these muffins here, which costs you 50 rands, is 40%. You are generating 40% profit from selling this bucket of muffins. This here was to clarify and explain to you that the profit is determined from the cost price and not the selling price. Selling price is dependent on both your cost price and profit, né? But it does not determine anything else. So now, then I showed you the first step of calculating one way, one option of doing it would be the 100 over 100 plus markup. 100 plus markup is your profit. I showed you here that the 100 would be your cost price, but right now we do not know exactly what the cost price is. Hence, we'll just have the 100% here. The cost price is the 100%, profit is 40%, selling price is 140% because it's cost price plus selling price. That's why you'd have 140%. We do not know what exactly is the cost price, the value of the cost price. We just know the percentages. That is why you would have the 100 here, right? You've got your 100 there. Plus markup, right? 100 plus markup multiplied by selling price. 100 over 100 plus 17.5 multiplied by 104.90. You end up with your 89 rands 28 cents. That will be your cost price. And then I went on to show you the other way of determining that the cost price. It was this second method. Then we went on to this one. I think this is the one you guys might be more comfortable with since it's closely related to this formula we used for calculating a percentage profit, right? So your profit would be your percentage profit, right? Because here we've got our percentage profit of 17.5 over 17.5 plus 100, right? Multiplied by selling price. Why this percentage profit plus 100? Remember, your percentage profit is determined from your cost price, which is represented as 100, then multiplied by that selling price. That is why then we find our profit rand value to be 15 rand 62. Then you apply the formula that you know. Selling price minus profit is equals to cost price. 104 rands 90 minus 15 rand 62 would be 89 rands 28 cents. That is your cost price using 3 different methods. Hand sanitizer and everyone, you're okay now, ne? I'm moving on. Okay, here we are on, all right, guys. Here we are question 2.3.1. This is now dealing with budgets, ne? Budgets are here. Remember when we dealt with budgets? We did it on small scale though, ne? But this one is the national budget and education budget of South Africa for the year 2017-2018. Table 3 below shows the national budget and education budget of South Africa for 2017-18, right? So it's for that year, meaning it's that financial year from April 2017 to March 2018. That's why it's written like that, 2017-18. You know, that's the financial year period, right? So April 2017 to March 2018. So this is the national budget here. We've got the national budget of South Africa in rand. This is the national budget on this column here, right? And then the other larger column, we have got the education budget. So we are comparing the national budget and the education budget. Now you can read through and you see the different amounts allocated to the various different categories or departments or ministries. Yeah, whatever they be called. Then question 1 asks, which of the amounts below represents the economic affairs and agriculture budgets? So it means here we go analyze our table here. Where is the economic affairs and agriculture budget? I need you to provide me with the answer here. Economic affairs and agriculture budget. Where is it here? There, the very first one, economic affairs and agriculture. It's 241.6 billion. Which one here represents 241.6 billion? Answers here, you can just write A, B, C, D. Mutsidisi, you raised your hand. I don't see it anymore. Was it a mistake? Or you still want to speak? Mutsidisi. Okay. I've got different answers from all of you. One is saying D, others are saying B, one is saying C. So B has the majority of votes, right? Okay. Okay, so it seems like B has the majority of votes. So let's see what our answer is here. It is B. 241.6 billion is indicated by the letter B. That is how we write an amount in billions. Do you see now? When you see, you might overlook such things, thinking, they'll never ask me. But look now, you were asked for 2 marks. Imagine 2 whole marks. Others got it so easy, and for others, it was like a challenge.